offseason is officially underway, and we are in the re-sign period, the negotiation period with the players that we haven't re-signed already. So we'll have to take a peek at that if we have any of them available. We might have that accomplished. It says Phil Staff. Sure enough, look at that. Just was talking about this last episode. So they came and poached our offensive coordinator and our defensive coordinator. Of course, it always happens. If it was a generic coach on offense or defense, they wouldn't get touched. But because it's a real coach, they get picked up by other teams. So of course, there's none available. There's no real coaches available for us to select for offensive or defensive coordinator. So we have to select a generic offensive and defensive coordinator, which sucks. This should be something that Madden should change. EA should change, period. Is that if we can't have real offense, if we can't have real coordinators, period. If we can't have real coordinators and we're forced to use these generic coordinators, we should at least have the option to edit these guys, to edit them, change their names, appearance, all of that. If this is what we're restricted to, since we don't have real coaches to use as coordinators outside of the head coaches, we should have the ability to edit the generic head coaches. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about that in the comment section. That really bothers me. I like to have a full staff of real coaches, but if I don't have them and I have to go coordinators and or if I don't have them and I have to go generic coordinators, I'd like to be able to have the option to edit those coordinators. But nonetheless, we're going to go ahead and upgrade because we got 635 franchise staffing points. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade everything that I can upgrade for Antonio Pierce and player personnel. I'm not really going to touch my offensive and defensive coordinator because I don't plan on having them on the roster throughout after this year, should I say, throughout year 3. So, or past year 3. I'm looking straight into the hiring pool to see if there's any real coaches available after this season coming up. And if there is, these guys are out of here and I'm going to bring them in. But I know I'm only going to be able to keep them for like 1 year because it never fails. It happens all the time. So, like I said, I'm going to continue to sit up here and max out Antonio Pierce. And we will go max out what we can max out for player personnel. And anything we have left over, we'll just leave it there. So let's see. Player personnel. Oh, yeah, good. That works. Because we didn't even have anything allocated for player personnel to begin with. So we can go ahead and max everything out, not even focus on reading everything because we got enough points that we can unlock everything. The only thing that might matter is once we get to offensive recruitment, it looks like if I choose one side, then I got to go with that side. So actually, no, it doesn't. It doesn't look to be that manner. That seemed to only be the defensive side, so which is cool. So let's see, yeah. Max out every single thing. And we have more than enough staffing points that we can do so. At least I think so. We might be halted. So let's see. Confirm. Wait, feels like home. Scheme fits have increased. Oh, yeah. All right, so let's see. First, I want to make sure I got one for everything. Unlock one player. No? Okay. Oh, I have to have everything unlocked for this whole thing in order to do that. So let's see. All right, we're running low on points now. We had a lot of points. We're running low now. So yes. Okay. All right. And that is 16 points. Might as well go ahead and do that. Okay, wait. All right. Well, yeah, we're going to roll with that one. All right, so we down to 3 points. We used up all our staffing points. We're good there. Like I said, screw those coordinators, whatever. I'm the one in control of it anyways. So until I get my real coordinators in, I'm not even focused on that. I'm not even worried about that. So let's see. Potential free agent. Left outside linebacker, Arnold Ebiketie, just walked out of negotiations. So let's take a peek at them. They want us to take a peek at him. Let's see if he has the intangibles to be on. So he's 27 years old. Automatically off rip, I'm not interested because he's 27. But let's at least take a look at his traits. He's 4-year pro out of Penn State. Tackling 82, acceleration 87, speed 84. He has decent speed, but it's nothing to really, really attempt to try to go after him for. So I'm gonna hold off on that. I'm good on that. Let's see. Negotiation wise, Robinson, Huyangalele, AJ Cole. I might bring him back. I might just try to get somebody out of this class. I don't know. I let our kicker walk. I let Carlson walk after the first year. Should I let Cole walk? Let me see. Decisions. And he's a star. That's the only reason I'm really thinking about it. Is he's a star and he has an 85. But at the end of the day, we don't need our punter to have a dev trait like say so. And it's not like we need him to be the highest overall. All I really care about as far as my punter is concerned is kick power. That's it. It's not a kicker. So a kicker is the one that I have to worry about. Kick power, accuracy, etc., because all of that matters. Punting don't really matter like that. All you need is kick power. That is it. So I think I might leave it right there. I might hang that up. We'll go ahead and advance to the first week of free agency period. And we'll pick up on the next episode from there. I'm going to go ahead and cut this one once it's done advancing. We're going to cut it. And as always, if you're here for the first time or you're returning and you haven't liked or subscribed already, please do so. Click that notification tab so you can stay up to speed with not only this Raiders franchise rebuild, but other Madden 25 content as well. Again, as always, I appreciate you all for tuning in. That's been my time. Till next time.